What's up, guys? Brad here from Piney Grove.
Deb and Bella.
And Deb and Bella. What we're doing today is we're working on this fence line. We got to put in 2 H braces. We've already put in a couple posts. We're going to put in 2 posts right here. And then Deb's going to cut down a couple trees, aren't you?
This is news to Deb. Deb did not know she was cutting down trees. I think Deb's going to cut up trees, not so much cut them down.
I think Deb needs to cut down a tree today. I've got the steel chainsaw. It's a nice light one. And she's never done it before. So we'll teach her how to do a notch and do a back cut. What do you think?
I think that sounds horrifying.
That would be the look of someone that's not agreeing with me. All right, let me get to work here.
So in order to put the H braces in, we got to pull up a couple of these old fence posts to make room. So the easiest and quickest way to do that is hook a chain to it, hook the chain to the tractor bucket, and lift it up, and bada boom, bada bing. Just like that. So much easier.
Kubota Strong at Piney Grove.
Packing up today, we weren't sure if we were going to come here, so it was kind of last minute. Decided to we could work a little bit and beat the rain. As you see, Bella's a great help, and Brad got here and realized that we didn't grab our string, so pulled down a little string barrier to keep contractors off the septic tank. Do the job though.
Yeah, I'm just getting the distance between the T-post. I'll find the center. It's 210 inches, so math while standing says the center is 105. So I've got 4 feet from either side of 105. So 105, and I'll use a very scientific instrument here, a stick. Mark 105. We'll put another scientific instrument right there. All right, so these are 8 feet apart because an H brace is 2 8-foot posts with an 8-foot horizontal. And you don't want to have it more than 8 foot apart because you can't stretch a post. So these are actually going to be about 7.6 inches apart. But what I'm going to do is just dig a little pilot hole right here with my post hole digger, my manual one. That's better than just spray painting the dirt with paint because sometimes the auger won't start right if you don't give it a little pilot hole. You don't have to dig much of a hole, just enough to start it.
Bella was just extremely fascinated by the auger, which just shocks me.
So, I hate to brag, but there's some pretty nice looking holes right there. Actually, they're not bad.
There's a difference between nice looking but not bad.
Aren't they the prettiest post holes you've ever seen, Deb?
They are, and I've seen a lot of post holes, and those are the prettiest.
We've dug well over 100 post holes here at Piney Grove, and each one digs a little different. Both of these seem to dig pretty straight, and it looks like I got the hole where I wanted it, so we only have to backfill one side of the hole. But we're hoping this goes quickly because rain's coming. And like I said earlier, we want to get Deb on a chainsaw.
Oh, yeah. We want to get Deb on a chainsaw. Bella wasn't too interested in pulling down the wire yesterday, but she is fascinated by this process. Uh-oh, he said he's got a crooked hole.
Yeah, when I was bragging on myself, that hole came out good. This one, I think it'll work. Just gonna take a little bit of cleaning.
Got to start with a clean hole.
You do. Because nobody likes a dirty hole.
Nope.
Bella might.
She's just fascinated. Actually, I'm kind of glad she's fascinated. I don't have to keep worrying about her running off. Especially since this entire back fence line is open now. It's a whole lot of places for her to run off to. And it's thick back there. Bella's gonna go inspect your work.
The hole's not perfect. It's probably about a ½ inch off at the bottom, but it's close enough for an H brace. We're gonna pack the bottom first to get a nice tight pole. If you put too much dirt in here and you don't pack the bottom, you'll never get the bottom packed and the pole will always be loose. We like to use a garden hoe when we're packing posts. You get the wooden end here to pack, to tamp it, and then you can just pull the dirt towards you. It works so much better than a shovel. So trees don't grow perfectly straight and posts are just trees. So this has lots of bows in it, but we got it in such a way where the fence that goes on this side, it'll be against a somewhat plumb post. Once we get this one in, that'll be the last post we have to get in for this whole fence line, because when we bought the property, it already had T-post and a fence along the back here that was old and it had some holes in it, but at least all the T-posts are in and evenly spaced. So these are the only posts we have to put in.
Look how pretty Bella looks against that clay.
Look pretty in your living room with all that clay on her.
She won't get in my living room with that clay on her. Look how pretty Bradford looks packing that post.
All right, they're both in. Pretty darn straight. Ready for the H-brace. Now the H-brace will have a horizontal that goes in here. We'll tie it with wire and that'll let us stretch it. We have a corner at the end. We have an H-brace about 220 feet, another 220 feet, this H-brace. Then we have a corner down there about 220 feet. That'll allow us to stretch this wire real tight. Okay, we said we're gonna have Deb cut down the first tree. This is a cherry tree, but I'm worried about with this post right here, Deb won't be able to maneuver real well. So I'm gonna cut it.
Timber! Right where he wanted it.
All right, Deb's gonna get on the chainsaw and she's very excited about it. She's used a chainsaw before, so I'm not just throwing her to the wolves. Just let the weight of the saw cut through it, take your time, and don't let the saw hit the dirt. So once it goes through, control the saw, hold it just like that, real tight, and I'll be right there by the camera. You good?
Yep.
Sure?
Yeah.
What'd you think of the chainsaw, Deb?
Well, I like it. I do like it. It's still, I'm obviously not good with it, but I like it. It's satisfying to be able to cut up logs. And I know they're small, but it is kind of fun. It's a little terrifying for me, but I like it.
All right, we don't have much time before the storm gets here. I'm gonna go ahead and cut up this cherry tree. Deb's gonna work on brush, and then we got a couple more we gotta cut down, but this was the biggest one.
I wanna do what you want to. We can leave and run away someday, someday. I've been saving you, and you save me too. Yeah, I need it. Don't you need me too? I need you. Yeah, so call me anytime that you need a favor. Call me anytime I can come and save you.
All right, guys, I think we're done. We got that cedar tree all cleaned up. I think we're pretty much spent after that. But hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please click that like button and comment down below. We'd love to hear from you. Any parting words, Deb?
Once again, I'm glad it's done. We weren't going to come out here, so for a day that we thought it was going to rain and not be productive, anything we got done was good.
All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next one. And remember,
Life is short. Tractor hard.
life's short, tractor hard. Take care, y'all.
Take care.